Hi, my Cancers. I had to look at my paper and make sure I knew who I was talking to. Y'all caught me slipping. It is your Empress Divine, and you're watching the Empress Divine Channel, and I channel energies from the highest source of love, acceptance, and allowance to give you spiritual guidance during these different transits that we experience here in the earthly realm. And this one that I'm doing today is for the Venus and Aries transit that we're currently in. It's going from February 7th to March 4th. And during that time, we will be in the thick of the next Mercury retrograde, which starts on the 17th, if I'm not mistaken. So I wanted to give you some guidance because Venus, you know, our planet of love, our beautiful Venus that makes everything sweet and luxurious and nice and fine and you know, it gives us a nice aesthetic and makes everything all romantic and whatnot. She is in her detriment in war-torn Aries. Aries is that the zodiac energy associated with like war and masculinity and, you know, control and aggression, fighting. So you're trying to make love in a place where it's kind of rough, you know, a rose growing from concrete. And I heard in my meditation, all's fair in love and war. Okay, so we're gonna see what we have for you, Cancer, for this transit. We'll start with your goddess guidance, and that card will be falling now. It says, be strong. You are stronger than you think you are, and your strength assures a happy outcome. Oh, Cancer, I got this feeling that you are dealing with something that you're like, no ma'am, I cannot. I cannot and I will not. Like you don't want to have any parts of it anymore, but I feel that you play a much more important role than even you know. I remember a couple of readings back when we talked about someone wanting a supporting actress when you're actually the star, but I don't think you realize just how big this production is. It's just like, you know, Vin Diesel and Paul Walker making the first The Fast and the Furious. You know, rest in peace, Paul Walker. But how would they have known that they would be on, like, you know, The Fast and the Furious 9 now? You know, how would they have known that it would go this long, that the saga would continue this far? And just using that as an example, Cancer, I feel like you are a very major part of something that it's way beyond you. It's not just this person who needs you. It's not just you who needs this person. What in the world is this girl doing back there? But there's just this need for what you two have to offer, and I feel like you play a much stronger point than you think you do. So even when you feel like throwing in the towel, which I feel like may be a thing over the next couple of weeks as we endure Venus and Aries and also the Mercury retrograde, just remember what you came for, okay? Remember your strength and remember your objective. We have the Queen of Staffs falling here in the tarot. The Chariot. This is someone with a lot of willpower. The Queen of Staffs and the Chariot. It's a quiet willpower. It's not someone who, you know, tries to force anything that they want to happen on anyone. You're more of a let it happen type of person, but at the same time, it's not just like kind of letting things happen to you. It's more of a, okay, it's what it's going to be. It is what it is type of energy, and the only person that I can really, you know, control is myself. So in every way that you can control yourself, you're actually doing so. In any way within this relationship, within this connection, where you need to kind of straighten up yourself, you're doing exactly that. And I'm not saying that you're a problem here, not at all. I don't feel that type of energy. It's just more so you kind of know what you're up against. So you know what it is that you need to do to kind of secure yourself so that you can endure on this journey. Look at all of this red. I'm just sitting here looking at all of the red. You don't even have to be able to look at the fullness of my cards to be able to see all the red in here. And that's passion associated with Aries also. So there's a lot of passion going on happening for you. Having red pop up in all of these other cards down at the bottom. Oh my. Three of Cups, the Fool, King of Coins, Hierophant, Six of Cups, There's some pure love going on here. Pure love in the house. Pure love in the house. Someone is just really afraid to let go. They want to live the life. They want to party. They want to drink. They want to smoke. They want to hang out. They want to parlay. They don't want to be held to any type of serious commitment, but at the same time, they want the commitment. How crazy is that? I think that's why you feel like, you know what, I can't do it. Cancer is like, I need that security. I need to know I'm taken care of. We can't, But I think in dealing with this person, you realize how strong you really are. You realize how much you can endure. You also realize how independent you are. That even when you are, just head over heels and deep in love with someone, or when you want to just, combine lifestyles and live as one with your counterpart, you realize at the same time exactly how independent you can be spiritually and emotionally. And you realize that you draw upon a well that self-replenishes itself. You're the type of person that a narcissist, and I'm not saying you're with one, but a narcissist would not be able to drain you, because you don't need someone to reciprocate per se. You would like that, as all people would, but you don't need someone else's energy. I guess you could say you're an introvert. You draw from your own self internally. You draw from your own well. You don't need anyone else's energy. You don't need anyone else's passion. You don't need anyone else's romance. You have worlds and lifetimes of it just within you. There's so much power in your influence, and that's what's actually helping things move along. So even for this person who seems like they just like to play all the time, and they like to be out, and they like to drink, and like to have fun, and never really want to give into anything serious, it's like you're just looking like the best thing smoking in their life, to be honest. You're looking like the best thing smoking in their life. You're looking like the most interesting thing in their life. Because romance and passion and commitment and all of that, it doesn't have to be boring. As a matter of fact, passion is rarely ever boring. And you could be the most fiery thing in this person's life, even though you're a water sign. But that doesn't mean anything. Because if you strike someone's emotions, that will ignite their passion. And I feel like you do have this person emotionally. You have them, even though they may try to hide it and try to play the tough guy role, and sometimes they're not exactly trying to play the tough guy role. It may just actually be how they are. I feel like a strong silent type of person. A strong silent type of person, very much so connected to a father figure. So like this person learned a lot from their father, or grew up with a single father, or they work under their dad, that type of influence. Or they're an athlete and had a coach who was their father. I see a person with a very nice body. So Cancer feminine, I see a male with a very nice body. He walks around with his shirt off a lot. Like just a very masculine energy I'm feeling here. And of course, a Cancer feminine is like the most feminine woman of the zodiac. So there's just a strong masculine and a strong feminine here attracting each other. So it's like this person is just out in the world, just basically like, king of the jungle. He roams where he wants to roam. He does what he wants to do. But you also have this very intoxicating and passionate and fiery charisma and sex appeal and just attraction to you. You have a very strong attraction about you that he's not able to just walk away from. It's like anytime he wants to go off and just party and parlay and drink or whatever and be with his friends and be, in Rome as a male does or as a masculine does, he just can't get over that, I guess, that feminine scent. Those pheromones are getting to him or something. About to drop the cards. Oh Lord. You just shake them up. I got the Tower card that came out there. Then the Emperor. No matter how hard this person is, you shake them up and you make him think about, well, what if What if one day I do want to, settle down? What if I want to go ahead and, have the happy wife, happy life? What if? Can I have happily ever after too? Is it possible for me? And while this person tries to figure it out, sometimes that can cause you to kind of be in this state here, the Nine of Swords. It can cause you to be in that type of, worry and doubting and fears and staying up sometimes. But it's not always that you're just staying up crying over this person. A lot of times when you feel, that yearning for this person, it's because of the magnetic attraction that they have toward you. That's them wanting you. It's like they can have all types of, ass shaking in their face and all types of other women that could be wanting to have connections or relations with this person, but they don't really see anyone else but you, Cancer. I've been telling y'all this for a minute. I don't just be talking. They don't really see nobody. They don't see anything else but you. Like, if there's any chance of them, having an engagement or being married or settling down in life, you're the person they would do it with. If there was any chance at all of that happening. If. It's just that this person is kind of still in their head about it, and it just, sometimes it takes time for them to make a decision. It takes a lot of time for this person to make a decision. They're not a frivolous decision maker. They are not a time waster. They are not, impulsive in that way. Like, as far as like, being impulsive and fighting, or being impulsive and like, going traveling with friends or something, but being impulsive, like, okay, fuck it, we just gonna drop everything and get drunk today. That type of impulsion, yeah. But like a long-term decision, like truly settling down with somebody and stuff like that, they're not the type of person to make decisions like that quickly at all. Regardless of how much they may want you, regardless of how much they feel for you, this person has a lot of self-respect, and they value self-respect over emotions, so they don't allow themselves to get in situations where they can be made a mockery of. And I feel that they think your attraction and your magnetism, the way that you draw them in, is so strong that they feel a fear of it. They're a bit afraid of it. Not an afraid like, oh my God, I'm so scared. Not like that. It's more just like, oh, like, what is this? Like, why does this Cancer feminine have this hold over me? And I don't like anybody having this hold over me, but you have this segment energy is so strong and so powerful, and you get what you want. You get what you want. It's just with this person, and I feel that they know that you get what you want. They know that you can have anyone that you want because of the magnetism and the fiery passion, the just the way you draw people into you. They know it's almost like hypnotism. They feel hypnotized and they don't want to be that way. They see you hypnotize other people and they don't want anyone to have that effect over them. They don't want anyone to have any type of control over them, and they don't like the fact that you have it. Even if it's just emotionally and they try to shut out their emotions, they don't like that. And it'll take a lot of time before this person decides that they want to just stop being, let's stop being King Kong or whatever, and feeling like somebody's going to try to manipulate and control them, and to just let it be what it is. Because it's very pure underneath it all, underneath the ego, underneath the fear, underneath the doubt. There's a very pure connection here, very raw, passionate emotion here, a very strong connection, and it's deep. It's just that the masculine counterpart has to get over the fact that for once they found someone who has that hold over them. They're used to having that hold or control over other people. For once they found someone who has it over them. So Cancer, that has been your Venus in Aries reading. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. I like those type of readings. If it resonates, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you're aware when I drop new readings, as I will be doing. I got some new things in the works too for Empress Divine Channel. I absolutely do. So I'll be letting you guys know when that drops. And yeah, thank you again for watching. I'll see y'all later. Bye, Cancer.